hopefully you guys will come back. This is why I try not to talk about certain stuff on live. It blows my mind because I'm like, well, how are these political channels getting away with it? I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to think. Oh, maybe it's because they don't necessarily. If now that I think about it, I don't think they go live. So I don't know. Hopefully, you guys will come back and everything will be okay. So let's see. Can you put a 1 in the chat? What time is it? So I know who's here. Okay, SDTW. Yes. Yeah, cool sense. But my thing is, why? Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. You don't know what kind of, I don't know, like not permits, but I'm like, yeah, I know people talking about that. And I ain't even say it. But I guess they say, we know what you're talking about, lady. We don't care if you if you talk around it. So, but you know, it's yeah, it's crazy. So, but anywho, so talking about like the JWs, right? And we ain't gonna be on here long because I know we got people on the East Coast time and things of that nature. But yeah, Lena made a great point that the new light is coming, usually after some court case. But also, yeah, I think they just trying to weed out the pack. Oh, this is what I was gonna say before they started tripping. Ain't but a handful of Scientologists. I hope I don't get flagged. Um, can y'all put a 1? I probably shouldn't have said that. Can you put a 1? Oh Lord. Oh, okay. Essie, okay. So that group, John Travolta's group, right? So it ain't but a handful of them. Like, I want to say I'd seen something where it's like less than 40,000, like globally or something like that. But yet they are worth all this money. And it's because the way that their thing is set up is like, oh, to basically get to the resurrection or whatever, whatever they call it, like their epitome of whatever it is for them. You pay like each level, you pay each level. So they done made a gang of money. They done made a gang of money with real estate, right? I hear that they have investments in some places, companies that they preach against. So they making amazing money there, right? I'm sure they have like annuities. I'm sure they making money hand over fist. But when they have to pay people out and the way people are coming at them with the lawsuits and stuff like that, one thing about rich people and rich organizations, if they are used to getting 100 million every year and they get 50 million, but their expenses really ain't but 5 million, most people will be like, well, I still profited 45 million. They like, no, we want that 100 million. So do I think they broke? No, they are in the top 5 here in America. Depending on what you look at, some of them, was it? I don't think it was like triple digit billions, but I want to say it definitely was in the billions or close to it, something crazy. But yeah, I think they going with Less is more if they gonna double down and go hard. That's what I think. Oh wait, cool says, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say when you said they gonna be celebrating birthdays by the end of the year? And you know what's crazy, cool sense? With you coming to him about what you heard and seen in the back of his head, he thinking you gonna be one of his shining examples of how he converted you, and he'll be able to talk about that on the district convention or something. Let's see. So said, I think it's important to realize they don't say new light anymore. They say the governing body has decided. That's true. Probably because too many people was clowning them about new light. Oh, I bet he was hot. I bet he was hot. Yeah, he was hot because how could he defend that and not look extra crazy? How could he defend it? He couldn't. Hey, Born. That's the other tall tale. See, they are not guided by Holy Spirit when they say governing body has decided. Why can't they see this and know? Right, but they don't want to, Melissa. Watchtower probably take out a life insurance policy on sickly Bethelites. Watchtower gets paid when they. I wouldn't be surprised. But how many people, like, who's really, who really get, like how many of those people are technically retiring and being able to stay there? I thought that was only like governing body, circuit overseers, things of that nature. People see it, I'm sure, but they would not openly admit it because that means they will have to admit that their whole life, yeah, yes, especially the older ones. Cool sense telling him how it's a big deal that they did that. He uncomfortably agreed with me. Mm. Wow. You may just have helped him wake up. Born said, I think Lori has the money. They know they can't stop the bleeding, so they're trying to slow it down. But no, never mind. They got the acid, so you know they don't. Yeah, they don't care. I remember when they made that announcement that they was wiping out all the mortgages, and none of the congregations will have a mortgage no more, and everybody was just thinking, oh, this is so loving, all this stuff. I remember thinking, like, why all of a sudden, what is this about? And then I remember thinking, like, why did they have a mortgage in the first place if pretty much it's these friends who built this, right? Like, I could see if the society gave you a loan for the materials or for like certain things that you really did have to have like a skilled labor, person for, like that should have been paid, kind of thing. But yeah, they was just setting this whole thing up. And everybody walking around like, isn't this so loving that we don't have a mortgage? And then I don't even think it was 6 months, was it? I don't even think it was 6 months after this mortgage wipeout that they started consolidating halls. I knew that just didn't make sense. Sir, go lay down. You have to wait. I Cool sense. I thought you did HVAC. You work at a prison? Oh wow. Did I miss something? I thought you did HVAC. But maybe you have your own business doing HVAC, but I didn't know you worked at a prison too. You out here getting that money. Hey, Hartley, how you doing? T, if you are at Bethel doing a dangerous job, the governing body might take out a life insurance policy on you. Whatever does not follow OS. I bet they don't. I heard Bethel off the chain. Thank you, Hartley. You know what? This is like part two. We have been on live probably about 40, 50 minutes. We started talking about a hot topic that, happened yesterday. And YouTube started tripping and wasn't letting comments come through on the chat. But yeah, y'all, can y'all like this part two? Yes, he want that thing, TW. Yeah, that's what he wants. Cause lately they both been acting like uh T heads, and I've been giving it to them like 7:45. So like right now they tripping. Watchtower changed the college rule because they have to pay in Japan. People sued them for not allowing them to go to college and for allowing them to marry who they want to. What? How did I miss this? What do we Google? Hey Ray, did y'all check? Y'all be sure to check out Lady C's Hidden Struggles channel. She interviewed Ray. Ray is a former member of, I think it's called the House of Jacob. Also, check out his channel. You'd be surprised how so many of these high control religions have a lot of things in common. So go show Ray some love and watch his interview on Lady C's Hidden Struggles channel. Stationary engineer at the Department of Corrections as an employee, and I'm like, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool sense. I know that's right. It's like that CEO said this ain't going to crash us because we have more than just beer in our portfolio. Oh, okay. So, okay, it's like Bud Stock. The CEO said this ain't going to crash us because we have more than just beer in our portfolio. Same with the org, they have more than just publishers. Absolutely. Yes, it is, TW. And the little one, he be fiending for it. LGT, hello. Let's see, cool, since my mortgage ain't gonna pay itself. Okay. Absolutely, Ray. You always showing love over here, so gotta return it. Got to return it. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, y'all definitely like the second part too. Thanks for coming back. Y'all know YouTube be tripping with your girl. So I don't know what they be on. But can somebody tell me who's winning? Is Washington winning? I almost had a moment. I was like, oh man, football season back. I might have to change the lives. So if y'all didn't know, like I'm into professional football. College football, I don't know. I try to get into it, but I'm just not into it the same way I am into professional football. And I do like Washington. And of course, I'm a Bears, loyalist. That is my most dysfunctional relationship I have. But Justin Fields is my QB. Even though they lost the game to Aaron Rodgers, Justin balled out on Sunday. I have not watched the Jets since my Keyshawn Johnson era, when I was in love with him, but I'll be rocking with the Jets, this this season, and probably be rocking with them more than the doggone Bears. Okay. But I do like Washington. I like Detroit because Montgomery is from the Bears, and he's up there now. And I just saw the last few years. I saw where Detroit is now. Like I saw it coming. I saw it coming. So it feels good to see them, doing their thing. If they ever put my boy Shador in, I'll watch the Browns. But yeah, I like football. I put parlays together. I didn't put one together on Sunday, but you know, those are things I be doing in my real life. TW, breaking news. Green Bay never. I mean, let me talk about some Green Bay. Governing body never gave a dime. Glad I went to university. Absolutely. Cool. Since Elo, I told that elder they gonna be celebrating. Yeah, that made him hot. I only know my LA Rams won this weekend. They beat the Texas Titans. Okay. We walked away saying, "Oh," he walked away saying, "I hope not," as if he knows it's coming. He hope not. He's lying. And this one of the same ones that has a beard? Okay, Raiders. Hey, luxurious X. Okay, you said the NFL is fixed. It do feel that way because I'm telling you, I used to really like Kansas City. Like it was nice to see teams get uh pivotal players and surround them around good people, good players, and whatever. But then it just started. I mean, the Chiefs, it started feeling like when LeBron playing. And I ain't trying to diss if anybody love LeBron. I think as a human being, he is probably, a really good person. I do see him doing a lot of good. But as a basketball player, all that flopping, all that complaining, all that. But I um I didn't forget just that quick. Running my mouth. Oh, about the NFL being fixed. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I liked Kaepernick. 49ers is my best friend favorite team. Steelers. Now I was all Steelers was number two for me last year. You know, and I got mad love for Russell Wilson. His grandfather was the president of the university that I attended. So, got love for the Wilson family. But when they took my boy out when he was doing good, he had like a 4.2 star. But, name of the game. But yeah, Steelers won. Cool sense. You know what? I did some I did like a marketing. I used to really be into local athletics, but here in the Chicagoland area, you don't know what might pop off with the teenagers and the young people. So um yeah, I don't I must admit I don't embrace it as much. But I did last year. I couldn't do it this year because budgeting wise, I kind of had to move money from marketing and advertisement into my supplement line. But I did. I was like a what do you call it? You know how like in like baseball, little league, you would have like the shirt would have all the stores and stuff like that on the back. So they did that for the girls basketball team. So when they asked me to do it this year, I was like, yeah, I can't do it this year. But get back at me next year. Oh, okay. So the Mooney Church, which is another high control um, organization. Okay. So not the JWs in Japan. Okay. So then, but that would explain the timeliness. Cause yeah, this summer y'all had a whole motion picture showing how, weak witnesses go to college. And then less than 3 months later, you can go, and you could always go. Well, yeah, they could always go, but are they going to be shunned? Are they going to be allowed to carry the mics? Are they going to be allowed to pioneer? Like stop playing in people's face. Talk about whoever playing against the 49ers. Y'all funny. Well, y'all have made my day, made it lighter. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I appreciate y'all coming over here for part 2. Yeah, then they say it's your fault. Oh my God, y'all. One last thing. I don't know if y'all seen my last 2 videos. One talking about my experience as a Black woman and what never sat right with me. When you say triggered, people were so triggered. It was just unbelievable. And people was triggered with my what the F video. And it's so funny how I had JWs coming in like, well, I have a master's and and da 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 da. And it's like, and how many other people in that congregation had a master's? How many other people in that congregation had a college degree beyond associates? It's like, stop acting like just because you did it, that's not the culture, right? It's people who make it out the projects and become millionaires. So you can't take that one isolated incident and be like, well, they all could be millionaires. No. A talent, investment in this person or whatever, opportunity, So yeah, you like it. And shout out to all the active JWs who commented with respect, who said, you know what? I was a single mother. I had 2 kids. I heard what they were saying, but I didn't stop going to school because I needed to take care of me and mine. I'm like, I can respect that. But let's stop acting like kids are being encouraged to go to school. Like I say, it was never encouraged from the platform to go to associates. It was always go get a trade or get you a part-time job in Pioneer. That's it. And with the trade, it needed to be something that could benefit Bethel, benefit the society. So I don't think people was being encouraged to go do what is it called, pipe fitting and things like that, Mm-mm. So it's crazy. And I would love to see who was getting handpicked to go to law school by the governing body and they paid for it. But I ain't gonna go there. Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, cool sensei. And they say it's your fault for never going to college. Yes. TW said maybe the Watchtower will purchase the NFL football team, governing body, all about the money, possible football names, pioneers. So said they are investigating the JWs as well. Okay. In Japan, so gaslighting like a mug all the time. Cool sense. Melissa, I saw all your videos. Thank you, ma'am. Hartley. So carrying the mics. So for you all who don't know, Hartley is not a JW. She didn't have any previous experience with JW. She happened to come down my channel and saw one of the videos and went down a bit of a rabbit hole. Y'all check her channel out too. She does hot topic commentary. Good advice from your auntie is some of the vibe that you get. So carrying the mic. So at the Kingdom Hall, Hartley, like a Sunday meeting, right? They do, they have a public talk. Think of it as like a very boring, structured sermon. And, one guy gets up and do that. But then the second part of the meeting is the Watchtower study. So the Watchtower study has paragraphs and corresponding questions. So the questions are answered by the people sitting in the audience. So you have a brother, a guy reading the paragraphs out loud to everyone. And then you have a guy asking the questions and calling on people, who raised their hand. So carrying the mics is considered a privilege. And is literally what it sounds like. They are carrying the mics up and down the aisles to the different people who get called on to answer the Watchtower questions. That's a privilege. Yep. Did y'all see my video about the word privilege being their way of gaslighting you? So that's what it means to carry the mics. Let's see, Melissa. I don't know why they are triggered for. They just need something to me mad at for no reason. Yep. Melissa B, not me, shaking my head about me and my fast typing, thinking I'm good. It's okay. I never see some happy people who always mad like the. Oh my God! I did that video. That JWs are the most unhappiest happy people I ever come across. Because when I say unhinged, and I say, you know what, I've been making examples of them lately. Like I've been screenshotting, I've been putting it on the community post so people can see, and this and that. Some days I have the time and I will go back and forth with them, and I could just see them at home or wherever they at raging out. And so the other day, something hit my spirit and was like, take a break, let them say what they gonna say, but don't give them no energy. Like, I know why I do it, because the more engagement in the comment section, the more the video get pushed out. Like, it's some real, I hate to say it, like nut jobs, because I get some people who are literally copying and pasting from jw.org. And it's like, who do you think this is going to bring back to Jehovah? Who do you think is going to make somebody say, oh, this copy and paste paragraph sounds so heartwarming. I'm going to go find a Jehovah Witness and tell them I want to be one. Like, what are you doing? And so, what is it called? XJW Danny did a video. I can't remember what the title was, but after listening to her video, these people are miserable. Hey, I'm gonna tell you who go the hardest. The ones who go the hardest, like in my comment section, are people who, what is it called? Physically out, physically out, mentally in. Pomey, like they either never got baptized, they be like, my grandfather was an elder, and even though I don't go to the meetings, I know, and these are the most loving people I've ever come across in my life. It's just like, it's the brainwashing, because it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You can't have this many people who have never met each other. I didn't know any of y'all October 2nd of last year, right? I started the channel October 3rd. I didn't know any of y'all. Had I not started doing the lives, I wouldn't even know y'all to this degree, right? So we don't have no shared history, right? We got people on here. Cool Sense is not a JW, Hartley not a JW, but it's just like they watch the video, they like, okay, I like her vibe. Or, oh, I didn't know that about Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, let me see what else she's talking about or whatever. And now we here having this kind of conversation. But I'm gonna try to take a break from going in on them. They're probably gonna be mad at my next few videos. I don't care. I'm gonna still do it. I had interviewed this guy named Gene. I saw he just interviewed with Awaken Truth, and then I felt bad because I've been reaching out to him. Y'all know technology in my ministry. I'm trying to figure out how I can edit the video because it was a pretty long interview. So if y'all interested in about Gene's story, go watch Awaken Truth video about it. I'm still gonna put it up though on my channel. I just got to figure it out how I can edit it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, the gaslighting is huge. TW crazy. They do say that a lot. Behoove. No, you cannot give your own thoughts. You must regurgitate the words in their books. Absolutely. Yeah, you really do. You have to completely suppress any good common sense you have. And I feel like that's who they want. You know, like I was thinking of this the other day, and I'm just like, is it? I remember a sister saying she didn't know I was like listening, and she's like, the reason we starting to have all these issues and this and that, and the truth is because they just letting any and everybody come up in here and everything when it was just not like it wasn't and so she didn't know that I was listening. And so if they could have kept it like other counter religions, right, where you just you get married to a witness, you have kids, and y'all just keep it like that, not actually bringing somebody in because you knocked on the door and things of that nature. Like her theory was like everything will be fine. Well, no, because then it's basically just indoctrination, generation. It's like a generational curse, right? So yeah, I would love to know what she doing. Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Brooklyn. We just running our mouth about the craziness of Jehovah's Witnesses. This is part 2. We already had been on. Okay, y'all fiending. We had already been on for about an hour, but then YouTube started tripping. So y'all saw your privilege video. You know it is a privilege to clean the toilets at the Kingdom Hall. They are literally clinically depressed. Absolutely. Absolutely. And how do I know this? Because when I was in, I was friends with people who were depressed, who had to eventually go get on medication, who was so anxious that the friends would know. Yeah, you over here crazy, worrying about your kids gonna get destroyed because they just 19 and a little hot in the pants, It's just crazy. And so now you worry because everybody looking at you and oh Lord, my husband gonna have to step down. It's crazy. For what? This ain't a job. It ain't nothing that's gonna keep a roof over your head, food on the table, none of that. I think that's why a lot of the JW stands that come in my comment section don't like me because I didn't grow up in it. So I don't hold back in what I say. I try to present professional and not like I'm enraged or anything like that. But I can say stuff that people still can't say. Like I don't have no family in it. I love the people who still love me. But if they stop loving me, I would be okay. I'm glad that I didn't drink the Kool-Aid and just make my mama become one or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't missed nothing but time. and being able to, acknowledge my dad for his birthday and stuff like that, which is enough in itself. But like, I didn't let them stop me from going to school. I didn't let them stop me from having, multiple side hustles and doing what I needed to, because I would be pissed now if I had. I would have been pissed because I definitely was tired of teaching. That is sad, Lena. They said that they lived this long. That is sad. It's terrible. Man, I think Pomey is worth. Yeah, Pomey has to be almost worse than, what is it called? Physically and mentally in. PME. Yeah. Is it PME? Yeah, that has to be worse, because you sitting up here not even getting indoctrinated every week, but just from the growing up in it or whatever time, that the indoctrination happened, you still out here windmilling for an organization that you don't even participate on a regular basis. I know that's right, Born. Yes, I agree, Ray. My freedom. Yep, contradicts their belief that I can't live without the religion. I know I'm a thorn in a lot of people's side. Like, they was expecting me to marry this worldly man, and my life was just gonna be terrible. And so one of the people I was close to, her husband had started a carpet cleaning business. And so I wanted my my couch clean. And he was saying that he do that. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to help him out. Look at me, still trying to support and help people, right? So had him come out. He did a really good job and things of that nature. But it was so interesting. Once he got out here, he was like, "Oh, I miscalculated." Because people think where I live, it means you got money. No, that's not necessarily true. And he charged me more money. But I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you, because I've talked about this couple, I think, before in the video. I was just like, I see ain't nothing changed, you know? And I'm like, I know he went back running his mouth. Like, yeah, they house like, looking at me because I ain't looking all broke down and, strung out. I'm just like, y'all over there miserable. If you answer with an original heartfelt reply to a Watchtower magazine question, what happens? He's talking about back room. Cool since born, JW, glad you made it all the way out. Yup, born. KT, do you know, or anyone else on here, how bad does a congregation have to be for the higher up to talk about deleting the harm? I do not know. Thank you. Me too. That had almost happened to my congregation that I grew. Now I've heard of such things. I've heard of such things. Yes, it's a privilege to cut that grass and stuff. Thank you, Born. Yes, that's what we go for. So we do next week. So we used to do this every Thursday, but we do have the membership now. So if you would like to really get down and dirty, not crazy, but we do some exclusive members only lives. So last Friday we did Girls Night, which is geared towards the ladies to talk about, lady things. We do an XJW kickback. So we go in there and we really just let it all kind of hang out and say what we want to say about it. I do a Wellness Wednesday. What else have we done in there? Ladies Night, Wellness Wednesday, JW kickback. I can't remember, but so consider becoming a member, and then you'll have access to those. Our next Tell Me Something Good Thursday, which is what we're doing now, will be 2 weeks from now, I think. You can always check the dates on my community post. I had put that out there this week, I think. Me too, TW. That is my superpower. Absolutely. Hi, Claudia. Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And to be honest, I would have had him come back out. Like I said, he did an amazing job, but he got so busy in his feelings and things of that nature. So I just like, well, I ain't gonna force it, because they really thought that that's how they brainwash people. They have people really thinking that you leave this JW routine, your life is just over. Like, no. Now I have a video that I want to do, kind of relating to that. So I plan to. We'll see. I got so much stuff to do, y'all. But I gotta get my content out. So we'll see. I plan to go to the Apple Orchard Saturday. Sunday I got Sister Locks and it's football. But I'm gonna make it happen. Maybe tomorrow I can do it. But yeah, they expect you to just be shriveled up and miserable. Like, no. I don't, outside of people's friends that they thought really was their friends, right? And family, I don't think most people really miss it. They don't miss going out in service. They don't miss going to the meetings. They don't miss the anxiety. They don't miss just constantly being told you're really nothing. You get that a lot at the hall. Just reminding you, like, you can't be acknowledged for anything. You can't be acknowledged for anything. And humans need that, right? So many people told me I did a good job on my webinar yesterday. That felt good, right? Because I put a lot of work into it, and I just wanted to make sure people got value. It wasn't fancy, over the top, bells and whistles, but I wanted to help people, So being able to, it's like, only time you get patted on the back at the hall is you giving your first talk, or something like that. Like, it's no recognizing you at all. That right there will tear somebody's soul apart. That's why so many, when they do leave, especially my observation, the ones who are born and raised in it, when they leave, they really struggle, not just from the shunning, but they struggle because maybe they didn't go to college. Maybe they didn't, try to get some kind of advanced certificate or anything like that. They just got a job, right? So they dealing with that. They're dealing with the fact that because they've been suppressed all this time, the time when you kind of figuring out who you are, what you like, and stuff like that. So now you 30, 35 years old, and you don't even really have a clue as to who you are, because you have only been told that you are who we say you are. A good for nothing, you know what? I ain't gonna say it because they'll start tripping. Okay, let's see. They always stare at you, and when they see you're not under a, okay, yeah, they think you're gonna be under the bridge with a cup. So can you spare some change? Yes. Yeah. It's definitely conditional friends. So said, since I left, I got my dream job, great salary, and a pension. I have started my own online store, and I do craft markets, and have my products. That's, yeah. It sounds like you living a wonderful life. Congratulations. Melissa said, yep, I'm 35, going on 36, trying to figure out who I am. I should have had this figured out in my 20s. Right. But you was stressing out trying to obtain something that is not really attainable. It's not. All these people who walking around holier than thou and this and that, they either really mentally messed up, right, and delusional, or they got secret lives, in my opinion. Hey, Hartley, I know you probably like, what in the HEL is that? What in the? I done walked. This ain't like the silent live, honey. Yeah, we be going in over here. No matter how much I try to be like, let's do this, honey. My people be like, we're gonna talk about these wins. We're gonna answer the question of the week, and then we're gonna get to the get down. Born said, I saw a video today of a new Kingdom Hall. The front could be converted to office spaces so effortlessly. It's almost like they built it to be. Wow. Wow. I wish it was a way you could share a picture of that. I'd be real interested in seeing that. I could see how you could take a Kingdom Hall and turn it into like a salon suite or something. I could see that. Because a lot of these salon suites don't have windows, right? So that wouldn't be a problem per se. They all have one like common bathroom. I guess they would just probably have to put some kind of ventilation because like the people doing hair and stuff like that. Interesting. There are people in the Kingdom Hall that own cleaning businesses or similar and need cheap labor. Some of the business owners are elders, so they have no reason to encourage. Oh, man, let me tell you something. I didn't realize that game until I got out. Because I was like, why is there so many people? They were in Indiana. And the congregation I went to was in the south suburbs of Chicago. So parts of Indiana, like Hammond, Indiana, and Calumet City, which is a south suburb of the Chicago, that's where the state line is. So, and I went to congregation in was it Calumet City or Dalton, but in that area. And so it was a couple of brothers who had cleaning services. And like all the new single sisters with, one kid, that then either came back, after growing up in it or whatever, they was all over there working, making pennies. Okay. And he looking like new money. Melissa, I had to figure out who I was when I left at the age of 45. I'm 50 now, and my mom has the nerve to remind me that she told me I was lost when I was young. I told her I was lost because of her. I know that's right. Brooklyn, I'm going through that same exact thing as a young adult. I started my process of going to college before the update. PMO here, by the way. All right. Awesome. What are you majoring in, or are you still just taking gen eds? Yeah. You know what? My Kingdom Home, I want to say it had 4 windows, but they always was like boarded up. So, like, I think I remember one time them opening them up, and that was just to clean them. Like taking the boards back, I think to clean them. Like I said, they're planning to dismantle the whole thing after the great money grab. Y'all remember Lena said it first. That's right, Brooklyn. Let's see. So they don't give you any life skills. The world is always ending, so nothing to work towards. And then have the nerve to tell me I'm lost. Yeah. Hartley said, "This is some good stuff. I have a friend that is a JW, but she does not act like most of them do. She really has a good heart. I just wish she would come to the truth and get out." Did she grow up in it, or did she get converted as an adult, Hartley? Melissa, all the Kingdom Hall that I went to had no windows as well. Yep. Check it out later after T show. All right. Talk to an elder about stocks, bonds, high yield savings accounts, 401k, pensions, etc. These elders will worry about spiritual. Well, Hartley, the reason I was told is like security reasons, but what people who kind of grew up and were on the building committees is just a simpler way to quickly get the buildings built, because the buildings, Freedom Halls, are built basically by the people who attend. So it's free labor. It's free labor. For the most part, they're only paying for materials. And, if they have to, rent heavy equipment, or if they have to actually contract out somebody, maybe like electrician or something like that, if they don't already have like, one that's a Jehovah's Witness kind of thing. So that's what they say, security. But I've heard more so is it's just a quicker build if you don't have to put the windows in. Okay, she got converted. That's why she act different. Like me. People used to say that all the time when they found out I was one. Because I wasn't one of those like, hi, my name is T. I am, I'm gonna be weird, and at lunch I'm gonna have my Bible in my watchtower and I'm gonna just sit over here in the corner and not talk to anybody. I had worked with people, my teacher friends and stuff like that. Like, I still was her. I just thought that this new religion was the answers that I was looking for, But that's probably why she feels different than your typical, JW. Yeah, all the while they planning for the future. That too. So windows are a distraction, because if them talks get long and boring, you start looking out the window, right? Yep, cost more money. Oh, come here, y'all. I don't know. Like, y'all definitely could be right. It could be the master plan that it was about this no distractions, right? But that's just what I was told. And they was like, oh, a lot of Kingdom Halls in the urban areas, blah blah blah. But yeah, I have like seen pictures of Kingdom Halls, and they did have windows, but maybe they wasn't in urban areas. Okay, so said that she was born in, but was always on the fence. But I was so scared of my father because he beat me so much. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you ever want to tell an elder to mind your own business? Absolutely, all the time, all the time. Okay, Melissa. LOL, the meeting sure was long and boring. I used to daydream a lot, and I always had to walk to school. And I used to think, how cool it would be if I had magic car to get to school. So there was a short time in the end that I was. Yep. And sort of like, yep. Y'all, we done messed around and been on this part two for almost an hour. I'm gonna get off because I know some of y'all are in on the East Coast, and I don't want y'all kicking yourselves tomorrow at work. In Trinidad, we had windows, but it was on the parking lot side. The side of the road had brick with holes, but the holes was angled downward to the ground. Brooklyn, I was always on the fence too. My mom always used God as a way to guilt trip me. Yeah, the Watchtower has turned Jehovah into a boogeyman. I got a video outline that I want to talk about that too. How they turn Jehovah into a boogeyman, right? Sees everything you're doing all the time. So knows your thoughts, this, and that. And it's like, no wonder people are anxious and depressed. If you don't even have the ability to be perfect, you don't have that ability, and yet that's the expectation. And everything you do, which is part of being human, where you are going to fall short, just remember God is watching. Like, it's crazy. It's like the Handmaid's Tale. The eyes always watching. I used to imagine there was two of me, one for the meeting and one for play. Yes, the Windows 5 when you do it in the dark. Yeah, thank you, Harley. Yeah, I got my outlines, y'all. I just be needing to kind of sit down. I was doing pretty good. That's why the last two videos, or like the last three videos, y'all kind of got them in a kind of timely manner. Because I was like, I'm just gonna start batch filming, and yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So tomorrow I actually need to make content for my clinic, because I offer a hair strand analysis test. So I need to show people how to take hair. I'm gonna use Queen. I gotta comb my hair first. She looking crazy. I'm gonna show them they don't take much hair. Oh, so we'll see. And I gotta go get my doggone injection, y'all. But just be on the lookout. Content will be uploaded by next week for sure. And I'm gonna probably hit y'all with like 3, not in the same day, but because I got something to say. See? So said, yeah, I thought he saw me through my upstairs neighbor's apartment. Yeah, they turned him into a boogeyman. You know what, TW, thank you. That mean a lot coming from you, because I know you, you like the Godfather over here. I do feel like, yeah, I do. So I still shoot for at least 500. But I was telling myself, I said I need to start shooting for at least 1,000 views. But yeah, I feel like, of course, not every JW video does well. I don't know if it's the thumbnail, I don't know if it's the title, I don't know. But it's very rare that I don't have a JW video that don't do at least 1,000 views, right? Or at least 750 or what have you. At least now. Now in the beginning, yeah, because I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, but I have a balance. Like, I have a video that's been recorded. It just needs to be edited, but it's not JW related. It is about being 50 and doing Botox and fillers for the first time. But I just need to, maybe I'll just put that out this weekend, because it's already recorded. I just need to edit it, put the overlay and things like that. That, I don't know. It may do well, it may not. But I still, as many of you all see, I'm still gonna give content that's not JW related. But thank you. I do try to continue to make the investment in the content. Brooklyn says, bye T. This is my first time commenting as a PMO. I've always just watched. Oh, okay. Hopefully I'll get to share my story on your channel when I leave this cult. Absolutely. I would be honored. I will be honored. Have a good night. All right. Good night. Okay, Melissa, I just answered that. Born, thank you, T. Great room. Yes, I feel better. I hope you have a great evening. All right, you too. Good night. Good night. Night. Harley, your videos are very good. Thank you, Harley. Until I got you hooked. Brooklyn, night, y'all. Thanks for welcoming me, Melissa, and everyone. Yes, absolutely. TW, I can't. These dogs about to have a fit. They want they melatonin time. Look at them. Start tweaking. 1,000 views equal 10 congregations. Oh, bye, Esty. All right, you still in the house? All right, Ray. All right, y'all. Let me go see what's going on. It's probably in the fourth quarter. These dogs are tweaking. They ready for their melatonin. And I think my husband had threw a little veggie pizza in the oven because I did not cook tonight. Okay. So I might eat me a slice of that and play the game. Y'all, I'm gonna go play my game. Some people, smoke cigarettes or have a glass of wine before they go to bed. I play the game. Yes, Lena. Glad you could stop in. I know you've been here before. Love your contributions, giving us so much to think about. Greatly appreciate it. All right, Melissa, good night. Yes, you definitely got to go to bed. I'm surprised you stayed this late. They definitely do, TW. Look at this. Come here. Look at it. Tweaking. You want some melatonin? Melatonin time. Melatonin. Look, here come the big one. Melatonin time. Melatonin time. That's the what is it called? The Pied Piper. All right. Let me go get these boys this melatonin before they lose their mind. All right. Good night, y'all. I have had a blast. 2 hours. This has to be our longest live. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. Be on the lookout for the content. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Come on, guys.